In January of 2023, we released our debut single. It was called Rivers of Bile, and it was the first song I had written where I felt it was good enough to release. Fast forward a year later to January of 2024. Our album was fully written, but Rivers of Bile kind of stood as an outlier on the rest of the album. It just didn't fit the rest of the songs, musically. The lyrics were still very important to the story, so I made the decision to completely rewrite the song. This makes Rivers a very interesting case, as it was technically both the first and the last song written for the album. Let's dig into the lyrics. Most of the lyrics remain unchanged from the original version, save for a few tweaks here and there. When we last left off, our protagonist had just set off on his journey across the hinterlands. Now, we skip ahead by a very long period of time. I never actually decided exactly how long of a period of time it was going to be, but it's probably longer than you think. After all, how does one keep track of time in a place of eternal darkness? Throughout this period of time, nothing significant has happened. The protagonist has just been walking and walking and walking until his feet have been worn down to the bone. At its core, this song kind of serves as a way for me to describe the physical appearance of the hinterlands, and it also serves as a monologue in which the protagonist questions his own sanity after existing in such a hellish place for such a long period of time. It opens with the protagonist giving a brief description of his surroundings, as well as setting the stage for what the song is going to be about. Under a blanket of tar, the sky devoid of stars, unholy beings of hate watching me from afar. I quake in terror of the horrors that I've come to find. My sanity unravels, I'm losing my mind. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. He goes on to describe the way being in this place makes him feel, some of the things he's worried about, and how existing in this place has warped his mind beyond what he used to be. We wade in the filth and muck to bend to the will of madness, inheriting lunacy, disgusted and violated. Our body will turn to dust, our soul be eviscerated, forever be damned to roam within these rivers of bile. The rivers mentioned in this song are both literal and metaphorical. There are, in fact, many rivers running through this landscape, full of the same corrosive material that the protagonist was plunged into at the beginning of the story. The bile is where the metaphor comes into play, and it's meant to refer to vomit, as in something that's unfit for the human body. What I imagine is that these rivers that run through this land are the physical manifestation of everything we should not be. All the negativity, all the hate, all the sadness, it takes a physical form in these rivers that run through the hinterlands. It's the combination of all these things that drives the protagonist to madness. The endless walking, the unrelenting torment from evil creatures that persistently lurk just out of sight, and most of all, simply existing in a place that seems to be literally sculpted from human negativity. His will begins to weaken, his desire for survival nothing more than a distant memory. Even in this state, even desiring death, he still is hesitant to hand himself over to the creatures that want to devour him so badly. So, he takes matters into his own hands. Altered by adversity, my very soul exiled, I throw my broken body into rivers of bile. The wretched fluid drags me deeper into entropy, imbibing everything deemed unfit for humanity. Agonizing pain and torment dominate my head. No thoughts remaining as I'm waiting for my life to end. I remain conscious, wondering why I am still alive, horrified at the realization that I cannot die. He casts himself into the river, effectively attempting to drown himself. He's swept away by the relentless current and closes his eyes, awaiting death. But it does not come. He's filled with absolute dread at the realization that there truly is no escape from this hell. So, where do we go from here? The next song on the list is Agony and Atrophy. It's definitely the most unique song on the album from a lyrical standpoint, in that it takes place before the protagonist was taken to the hinterlands. Make sure you tune in next week so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching.